Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. This defense for the Packers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Here we go.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Now it's Fields. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Now Gregory. Musgrave's got it outright. He's still on his feet. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. He's got the hookup with Dobbs. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Herbert once more. And this might net him a yard, if that, as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, the 25. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. You look at this Packers defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. They can't tackle him. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Come on. Set. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Trap 60. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Now Gregory to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Prince, and to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Jones on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. You look at this Packers defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here we go. 2nd and 6. Toss wide side. This is Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he spins through. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 35-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
And the Bears first down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Bears 0.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 2nd down, Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Fields. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
One play action. Fields completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll run with Patterson. Fight it, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Right? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Ready, set.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Set, careful, set. Let's go.
Gregory will look to throw it. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Johnson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. from the 24. Gregory. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. Shoves him aside near the 35. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Carlson's extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, son.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Fields now to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Moore, the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he'll just get rid of it.
My man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here's Trenton Gill on to punt. He's going to field this at the 4. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Fields. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive, nothing wrong with being electric, nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He's across midfield. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Ready.
On first down, Gregory. He's able to find Melton. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Here we go.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They go to Johnson again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To throw is Fields. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now Carlson for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's Fields. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Fields. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Johnson jostles free, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here we go.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now Fields. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Fields now on second down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give right side. Prince. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Prince. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Shelling through the defense. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Gregory. That's complete to Dobbs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Unlock line! Unlock line!
Back to throw. Gregory escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Go, Reed! Go! Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Looking to throw on second down, Fields. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a touchdown down. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be concerned. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now Gregory to throw. His throw incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. It looks like they'll move things around here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Cup 19. Go street. Dragon 60.
Looking to throw. Gregory. A short throw to Musgrave. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. This is 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
Not a bad game there, and it's okay to still run the football in this situation, but you got to be careful to not take too much time off the clock.
Here's 2nd down. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Patterson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down. Third down, here's Patterson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Now Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's taking a big risk at this late stage. They're not thinking field goal, though. They wanted to leave no doubt on that one. So they took the shot at the end zone, but it winds up incomplete.
All eyes on Fields. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Right.
to throw. Fields. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position.
Get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This ball intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession here